creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Fanhome build the legendary cyborg building Robocop. In this video we're going to complete stage 38 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. With every stage of the build comes with component parts and a magazine. These are the component parts for stage 38. And I do remember doing this from the left leg. This is quite complicated, and it did kind of melt my brain a little bit to get it done. So I'm hoping that won't melt my brain trying to do the right leg. There's a close-up of the model that we're building. Yeah, that's Robocop there from Robocop 2. So this is the list of the components for stage 38. Step-by-step instructions. It is slightly complicated, as I do remember. So we'll see how we get on. And as always, before I begin any build, I just like to make sure, as you know, if you've watched my channel before, you know I do this. Just got to make sure that what it says we're supposed to have here, that we have in here. Okay. Get all these components out. So we have the right hip outer ball joint support, and we have the right hip inner ball joint support. We have, this is heavy metal. We have the right hip ball joint, and then we've got friction disc 1 and friction disc 2 and a bag of EP screws. So we've got everything we're supposed to have at this stage of the build. We've got our screws, we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's begin. I'm going to be going quite slowly with this because it is a little bit confusing at times. So we get these friction discs, and we put the larger one, which is this one, and we put it underneath the smaller one like that. There. And then we put them in this. Which is the inner ball joint support. So we just drop them in there. Like that. I know it seems weird, but yeah, we drop them in there like that. And then we put this ball joint inside like that. There, that sits in there like that. And then we fit the outer support, which is this, and it sits over the top. Got to make sure that we get this hook shape through that hole like that, and it sits over the top like that. And then we turn it over, and then we've got to match some holes. Hang on, let me just see. Right, yeah, there's 4 holes there, so we've got to match. We've got a location lug, and we've got 3 holes. So these these 3 are the holes, and that's the location log. Now this is going to be quite tricky to match. Right, to match the holes there, and we've got to hold them in place with 3 EP screws. Three chunky EP screws. I'm hoping they will line up. So I'm just going to put that there, and which hold the screw. So looks like we've got them over the holes. But the only way to know, because everything's black, so it's kind of hard to see. I'm hoping if I start screwing it, right, like that, it should. Right. Just going to hold it while I get the second screw in. And it should go in there like that. There. Going to loosely screw it in place. I'm not going to tighten them until I get the third and final screw in, which goes in here. There, it's clicked into place. I'm going to start to screw it, but I'm not going to tighten it. There. I'm going to get this red screwdriver to tighten them. It's very difficult to see, but you mainly do it by feel. I'm going to slow it right down because we're screwing into plastic. We don't go too tight. Just checking that these screws are tight enough. There. And the ball joint moves like that. Just turn it to the light. That ball joint moves like that. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky. So I brought the hip back, and we've got to line these 2 holes here and here with these 2 holes, and it's quite tricky. Let's see. I'm just hoping that they're lined up properly. Let's see. I think they are. You kind of got to assume they are. From feel alone. Let me just see if that's going to screw it in. No, it's not in. It's not in. Try again. This is where it's tricky. No. I'm going to turn it around this way. I'm going to try again. Trying to match up the hole, which is very difficult to do when you can't see the hole. Yeah, it is difficult. No. tell you, it's so difficult to match the holes when you can't see that, when you can't see what you're doing. I'm going to try again until I match the holes. No, that's not going in either. This is really tricky. Put one of the screws in. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. So I'm just going to get the second one in on camera. If that one's matched up, this one should be matched up as well. So I'm going to put the screw in the hole like that and start screwing it. And then I'm going to switch screwdrivers to this one. And then I'm going to hope that it is screwing in place. And just tighten this one up. Yep, that's it there. It's not moving anywhere. And then this ball joint in the middle moves. Wow, it's one of those things that you've got to do it by feel. It's really difficult to do, but I managed to do it again. So yeah, that's where we are. Let me zoom out a bit so you can see it. So yeah, we had to get those two screws in. The black piece on the other side kept moving like that. Let's do it though. So this is where we are now. So we've got this inner section, this inner silver inner hip, and then we've got the ball joint there. So in the next video, it looks like we're going to be finishing the leg. So it looks like the so it looks like the left leg that we've done. So that completes stage 38 of the build, and it finishes box 10 of the Robocop build. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.